Yes, sir. Just open up your ear and let us crawl into your mind. Yeah, it's that deep. Now, just vibe. Yeah, we on that late night hype, man. I don't know what time it is when you watching this, but we up all night like Rhonda and Gilbert Godfrey right now. Like it's 2 in the morning, man. How you feeling? It's 2 in the morning. Own it, yellow snot got me scratching and yawning. Now I took some Christian to dome and stepping on the gas with my house shoes on me, homie. I'm looking for a freak, feeling half dead as I pull my sweet. Mobile been buzzing the whole time I creep. I open it up, he talks that speak. He say he got some bread, I want some cheese. What can we meet, man? Cause Pete game, he made the call and bet the cheese came. I keep changing my motherfucking socks, crack rocks is in my drawers. All night I duck the laws, whole life say fuck the laws. 2:38 somehow. My mind's on moving weight, knocking the guts out of feeling grape. I'm twisting it up and letting it bake. Now I'm hitting this hoe's house. She got that throwed mouth, putting that kill to my grill while the back of her throat get blowed out. No doubt I'm feeling good. It's 4, he calling back. Hop back up in the leg. I'm trying to make a stack. I'm coming back, man. Just make the call again. I got plenty of good friends, but I'll do anything for being. Wreck that hoe, You want me to switch it up? I'll switch it up on y'all niggas, Watch, I'll hit you with the Kirko flow. Like, Say I'm stressed out, so tired, dipping across that no side. 4 niggas be scoping, then the 4 niggas my scope spot. I'm just fucking with y'all. Now, you want me really hit it for real? I say, I'm stressed out, so tired, dipping across that no side. More money than more problems, and I guess that's why I'm so high. I stay up on that granddaddy, that Ganny got me strong. You ain't talking about that Doty, then young Roddy don't want none. What you think they call me Tifo? Blowing, that's my credo. Don't fuck with none of that boo-boo. My shit come without seeds, bro. I be smoking like a broke stove. Don't fuck with none of them broke hoes. Mary Jane, that's my bitch, and Hog, that's my loco. Tusk got me slow-mo, still tipping on fofos. Man, I'm gonna reckon on y'all, man. I'm that coach, yes. But that's not my path. My motherfucking shit done went out fucking with y'all. Let the beat go. And like I said, that production I'm on, you put a keyboard in front of me and a drum machine, and my soul speaks. Right here, I just want y'all to respect my mind. But that right there, that's my soul. Okay? So, what it was, y'all. Y'all already know who it is, man. And y'all tuned in with Priceless Knowledge itself. And this shit right here, this ain't shit but a little cosmic insight. And so, hey, man, we got the fun out of the way for this little segment because it's about to get dark and nasty, y'all. And we on the come up because this right here, this is a little something about those people that have the black moon, Lilith, and Capricorn in their natal chart. Yeah, the devil. But before we even get to that, what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna bring y'all, a little bit of the history and the mythology behind the black moon, Lilith, and a little bit of the energy behind it. And then after that, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit on the meaning of the sign Capricorn in astrology. Then after that, we're gonna put it all together and sew this shit up and put it in a box and bury it. So, without further ado, let's talk about Lilith. Okay, Lilith comes to us from Judaism, or Jewish mythology. And Lilith was the very first woman, y'all. And she was created at the same time and equally to Adam, not from his rib. And so, yes, while you process that, if you didn't already know this, Lilith was the first woman, not Eve. Eve ain't even in the picture yet, okay? And she was not made to be subordinate. They was male, there was female, and that's what they are, okay? But they were equal to each other. And that was great, and all was good in the hood until it came time to lay down and consummate their relationship, you know, to get busy. And when it was time for that or whatever, Adam says, you know, Lilith, lay down so I may lay on top of you. And immediately, Lilith was offended and really just abhorred. Like, what the fuck? Like, she said, no, you lay down so I may lay on top of you. And of course, Adam isn't having that. You have to understand that, you know, Lilith isn't of Adam. You know, Lilith is of the creator, just like Adam is. You know what I'm saying? Eve is of Adam. Lilith is not submissive. Okay? And so when this happens, there's a great calamity, they enter it. And so the angel of the Lord, you know, comes down with what God has to say. And what God has to say is, you know, he basically sides with Adam. And as soon as that happens, like Lilith dips out and she's scorned. And we know hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. And in different mythologies, she does different things. And some of them I'm not even going to speak on because they're so foul. But really, she's just a very powerful, dark, feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? And that's not so receptive. You know, it's a whole different twist on women and on the feminine energy if you're able to accept it as a man. Because we all have the black moon Lilith in us. And a lot of us, they're not going to be able to handle it, especially a lot of males, because the way that it comes through is rough. So it comes through turbulently in all kinds of fucked up ways that, you know, sometimes end up making people victimized. But that's besides the fact. So when we talking about Lilith, man, you know, she dipped out and she's the adversary of that. And so when she dipped out, Adam still wanted to mate. So God then put him to sleep, took one of his ribs and made Eve, who is of Adam and is up under him. And she is his wife, but she's not the first woman. You understand? And who she is and who Lilith is are two whole different beings. And what you choose to embody is what you choose to embody. And so when we're talking about the sign of Capricorn, Capricorn is the 10th sign of the zodiac. It rules over the 10th house. It's ruled by Saturn and it rules over the knees. Its symbol is the goat and its mantra is I use or I utilize. And this is cardinal earth, y'all. And big time daddy energy, man. And Capricorn, first and foremost, is about hard work, getting to the top of the mountain and being the motherfucking best. Real talk. And this is the absolute most ambitious and determined energy there is, y'all. And whatever the fuck it wants, it gets. But it's also very much about, you know, putting in the work and taking the necessary steps to get there. Capricorn is strictly business, man, and never personal. Wherever it shows up in the chart, Capricorn energy is extremely practical and pragmatic and definitely come across as cold and calculated and superbly stubborn too. But with Capricorn, you know, after all that hard work, the victory sure do smell sweet. And this is the devil, this is the goat we're talking about. And also another analogy I always give is like, when this Capricorn's going, you know, taking everything they need sparsely. I'm talking about sparsely, living rough on their way to that mountaintop. Just going, just going, just going. And when they get up there, from those people that are down here looking down, they're like, damn, I bet it's lonely up there. But the goat is looking down like, nah, man, the view sure is sweet. So let me light my shit and I'm gonna tell you about Lilith and Capricorn. No. Let me go back because I skipped an important part, y'all. I gave y'all the mythology, but let me give y'all a little bit of the energy with Lilith, okay? So in each person's chart, you know, there's an indicator of dark karma, which, you know, becomes a factor. You know, like the nose, though, it's not a real celestial body, but it's really kind of like a certain point or aberration in the chart. And it really helps to understand where certain provocations, temptations, turn-ons, fears, trials might really await a person. And it can represent the darker or shadow side of our personality, as well as, the type of energy that could really put us in states of trepidation and definitely manifest, differently to me when it comes across masculine and feminine. So, there's all kinds of different ways that could come across. Another thing is, there are periods where the black moon Lilith is the strongest, and, that's in years or multiples of 9. And that's because it's for 9 years that it takes Lilith to, traverse the whole zodiac and make into a Lilith return. And that's when I say the return. Every time you hear somebody in astrology talk about a return, that means it's returned to the place that it was at the moment that you were born. And that's when you have a solar return. It's hard, a lunar return. It goes up down like that, but I really think that has to coincide with the solar return and lunar return at the same time. So when they're on that same spot, like for me, if it's a Cancer sun and moon in Pisces on June 26th, which is my birthday, that's gonna put it into a whole, different category. And I'll say that, when it does a Lilith return, that's when a lot of fucked up shit, maybe fateful revenge, karma gonna come bite you in your ass, and and that's gonna start like 5 months before and culminate like 5 months after, man. And it's really kind of considered a major period of reckoning and addressing our own bullshit, but a lot of times nothing will happen too. So there's that. I'm not about predictions anyway. I'm about self-awareness, okay? And then also I want to say that Lilith can represent, the type of energy that could really be the most challenging to you. It's the type of energy that, could defeat you, your own shadow side. It's the type of shit that makes you uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? And it also can represent how you're going to act if somebody does something fucked up to you. It shows what you're going to do in revenge and how that process works out with you, in the darker side of your emotions, because this is the black moon. And so when we talk about Lilith and Capricorn, man, I'm going to lace y'all up off top and let you know that, Lilith and the devil, they make a motherfucking ruthless and efficient power couple that are gonna stop at fucking nothing. And I mean nothing. And step on anybody, to get, or even cut anything off, or anybody out of their life, or cut out anything they perceive as weakness in order to get where the fuck they're trying to go. The lust and desire for authority, fame, power, recognition. Yeah, it can drive one to go to very dark places, man. And, shit that they never knew existed inside of them. Maybe they did, fucking with the devil. Ruthless ambition. That's the flavor here. And they serve it with cold calculation from a cardinally conniving mind where feelings are weakness, friendships are liabilities, and people are either instruments or inconveniences. And everything and everybody is a stepping stone. On top of that, with Saturn's influence here, it can make the native, have a very pessimistic way of thinking. They see the absolute worst of every fucking situation first, because they feel like if they can just plan for that, then they'll always be one step ahead of the game. They don't take chances. So, that negative mindset and that pessimistic outlook can, lead them to do all kinds of dark shit to ensure their success. And they will succeed, even if it takes time, because they have infinite patience and they can manipulate and use people. They can lie, cheat, steal, even fuck, just to make sure that they come out on top in the end. And that includes playing the long game. It really does. They have infinite patience, and they just conniving, man, too. So, if you ever cross them, don't get it twisted at all. Just wait for it, because they're coming. And, with the way that they have personally set up the board in this game, you know what I'm saying? When they get you, it's checkmate. That's real. And I ain't boosting them. This is real. Also, you know, if their reputation is ever attacked or somebody's trying to stop them from, you know, getting to where they're trying to go on their road to success, these folks could do all kinds of shit from blackmail, extortion, intimidation to motherfucking murder. Yeah. And, you know, they won't get caught either. They ain't gonna get caught because they planned it out meticulously. And yeah, these motherfuckers get gangster for real. And does that mean they all real? But no, but this is the shadow side. This is there. This is there. They got the devil inside of them. And when it comes to, you know, the energy and people that really kind of gives them issues, it's authority figures. Yeah, and the government and police and they daddy and motherfuckers with the money and resources to shut they shit down. And what scares them most is, you know, being weak or being broke or being average or having to do without or, you know, being subordinate. You know what I'm saying? The fear of that fuels this shadow side, man. And if you in the way or perceived as holding them down, or if you owe them money, yeah, you might get eliminated just on principle, man. Just on principle alone, yeah. Because of all things, you know, they fear appearing weak or incapable, most of all. And that's real. And so before that could ever be an issue, you know, they trick their own little brain into thinking everything is expendable, especially if it makes them feel vulnerable. So, you know, in extreme cases, you know, this is that boss, you know what I'm saying, that kills the person they love the most, or, you know, is clinically cold to them, you know, and shuts them out at the fucking very least because they believe that's what's best for business. Yeah. I can also say that with Lilith here, you know, some might be the type to, you know, fuck the boss or, you know, do shady favors in order to get themselves into a favorable position, man. Or just, you know, get themselves into a position where they can call the shot themselves. And then, you know what I'm saying, even then, that boss is probably gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, go and feel the wrath because it's lonely at the top and they ain't finna fuck with no loose ends if it comes down to something like that. And on the sexual side of things, y'all, you know, Capricorn is the GOAT. It's the GOAT and the ultimate authority figure. So even if they play submissive in a moment, you know, never, ever think that you're in control. Never, ever even doubt the fact that they're in control. They just understand all the real, true intricacies of dominance. And so, you know, they know how to dominate from the bottom. Yeah, their sexual energy is deeply rooted in cardinal earth. So they really know how to make you feel it. Yeah. And of course, you know, they're going to be masters of using their sexuality to play puppeteers. So, you know, that's a motherfucker for real. And I could say that there is a high vibration. The highest vibration of Lilith here, I would say, would present a boss who's, you know, very air of authority, you know, not only scares people, but it turns people on. But they let their self-respect outweigh their ambition and desire for control. But who knows? I just know that just because you build like that, you don't have to build like that, y'all. You ain't got to feed into the negativity, man. It don't matter if you have Lilith in Capricorn, Lilith in Gemini like me. It don't matter where the fuck you have Lilith at, man. It's what you do about it, okay? And that's some priceless knowledge in itself. And this has been some priceless knowledge of self. And Hey, man, it's been my pleasure, y'all. I appreciate all the love and support, man. You know, if y'all are interested in astrological readings whatsoever, you can either hit me up in the comments below or email me at mr.turner1300@gmail.com. And also, you know, if you're interested in merch, you can get at me and we can talk about that. If you're waiting on a reading, man, I'm working on it. I'm starting to get caught up, and we done already talked about it anyway if you are. So that's all gravy, man. And y'all have already seen I'm a man of my word. So, okay, y'all. Like and share and subscribe to videos, man. Like, I don't understand, but if y'all fuck with me at all, man, let's get this movement going, y'all. Because it's undeniable I'm the truth. So y'all keep it drill. And I'm gonna be back here in a little bit, maybe, you know, with a little something about those people that have the black moon, Lilith, and Leo in their natal chart. Yep.